call cannot be dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I am Cole Trent, and I'm accompanied by Cameron Burney. We are kicking Damon off the island once again for the women's game, where the Dodge City Conquistadors will be taking on the Coffeyville Red Ravens. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with Coach Lowell's interview with Damon Post. You are listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4. Hey, Bill, getting quite a pile of trash in your backyard there.
Yep.
Thinking you maybe ought to do something about it?
Yep.
Would you like me to put you in contact with a locally owned and top quality rated trash removal service?
Yep.
Well, let me put you in contact with my boys at B&E Waste Systems. They're located right here in Dodge City. They take care of a commercial, residential, rural, and regular service routes or one-time pickups. Does that sound okay for you, Bill?
Yep.
Well, give them a call today, 620-225-6580.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, before we get into the coach's interview, we'd like to thank to those who bring you the Conch Radio Network. We're going to go with Lewis Ford. We're going to be Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Mr. G's Liquor, Jimmy Johns, Jason Putnam's Shelter Insurance, B&E Waste Systems, and Joy Chiropractic, followed by Dodge City Dental Care. We are now going to go into the coach's interview with Damon Post. You guys listen to the Conch Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Lewis Ford pregame show here on 1550 AM, the Sports Sound, and on the web at conchsports.com. Time to visit with head women's coach Zach Lowe, brought to you by Kelly Hendricks DDS. Kelly Hendricks DDS, where a smile you can see for a mile. And coach, coming off that big road win on Saturday, back at home now. Coffeyville team that a little bit down this year, but they took care of business at third place. We did not. What do we need to do tonight differently than we did in that first game?
Two things we've got to do: rebound the basketball and take care of the basketball. If we can do those two things, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Really, that's it? You're supposed to come up with a little bit more there in the first question, but that's okay. I'm going to carry us now, all right? You get some players back tonight that you haven't had second half of the season. How big is that going to be for your rotation?
Well, let's go back to the first question. I like to keep it, I like to stay with the KISS method, keep it simple.
Yeah.
So, we're going to keep it simple tonight. Rebound, take care of the basketball. On to this question number 2. We get Kyra Trice and Kaylin Maple back tonight. Kaylin Maple, she will be big for us coming back. Just helping with our rotation and our post play. We've been having to play a little bit smaller than what we had been there for a while, but she's back, and that should help us. And Kyra Trice, it'll just kind of depend on how the game goes on where she fits into the rotation at the night.
Kaylin, are you going to watch her minutes and just kind of protect her there?
It's going to be, I feel, how she feels and things like that. So, she won't probably be able to go long stretches being out, about 2 weeks now and just missing out on some of that conditioning and stuff. But we'll definitely, she'll be in the mix and help us with that rebounding component we've got to take care of tonight.
Allie Baker, you're starting point guard tonight. You pretty much like how she's progressing here in the second half?
Yeah, I like where she's going. She's starting to emerge a little bit as a leader for us out on the floor. She's looking to score the basketball for us, which, we need to have a couple of more shooters. Our girls look to score the basketball, not just relying on one or two girls. So, I like what she's been able to do, what she's done out, just kind of taking control of the team out on the floor. So, we'll see how that goes tonight. But, I like where she's at right now and what she's doing.
All righty, Coach. What do you look for Coffeyville to run against you defensively there?
Well, they've been playing a lot of a 2-1-2 zone, and they'll play it a couple different ways. They'll kind of pack it in, but then they'll extend it out, look to kind of trap out of it and speed it up. So we've got to be able to attack that and move the basketball and be solid with it. If we can we can't get in a hurry, dribble, get out of control, dribble places, pick up our dribble, and then try to make a pass with 2-3 people or know where to go with it. So that'll be important for us to take care of that, and they may go to like a little 3/4 court 1-2-2 just to change the pace up a little bit. So we'll have to be ready for that. But we've worked on it the last couple days, so I'm confident that our girls will be able to handle that and have some success against it.
All righty, Coach. What'd you have pregame meal?
We had some leftover chicken enchiladas.
Nice.
They were very, very good. Very good.
Got the Tums rolling?
Oh no Tums. We're good on that, so we should be good. So A+ pregame meal. Looking forward to an A+ game tonight.
All righty, Coach. Appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
No problem. Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Head women's coach Zach Lowell here with us on the Lewis Ford pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at your starting lineups. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last-minute meeting. Call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Hey, Bill, you're getting kind of a snaggletooth there.
Yep.
Do I need to put you in contact with a good dentist?
Nope, but I bet you're going to anyways.
You bet I am. Kelly Hendricks, the official dentist of the Sportstown radio station, has been practicing family dentistry for over 30 years. You got a family, Bill?
Nope, not that I know of.
Well, give old Kelly a call today and set an appointment up for yourself at 620-225-6555. And they take care of the whole family, Bill, from infants to adults.
All right.
All right, welcome back to the Lewis Ford pregame show. We just listened to the coach's interview brought to you by Kelly Hendricks, DDS. We are now going on to Mr. G's Liquor starting lineups. The starting lineups for your Dodge City Conquistadors is going to be number 3, Alec Fitz. A freshman, 5'6" freshman plays plays guard rather from Indianapolis. We are also going to have now number 11, a 5'9" freshman playing a forward from Dodge City, Kansas, Ashley Nelson. Now we're going to have 23, a 5'7" freshman playing a guard from Woodward, Oklahoma. Up next will be number 30, a 5'8" freshman playing a guard from Watauga, Oklahoma, Allie Baker. And then we were going to end it off with number 35, a 5'11" freshman playing forward from Lakin, Kansas, Kaylee Dale. Now, for your Coffeyville Red Ravens, we are going to have number 1, a 5'11", number 1, a 5'11" sophomore playing a guard, Sky Jasper from, I'm going to say Houma, Louisiana is what I'm assuming. Before I pronounce something wrong, I probably will butcher one of these at least. Next is going to be number 2, a 5'7" freshman playing point guard, Tatiana McCree from Grandview, Missouri. Up next, number 3, a 5'5" sophomore playing point guard, Michaela Tanksley, coming in from Augusta, Georgia. Up next will be number 23, a 6'1" freshman playing forward, Alexis Wooden from Birmingham, New York. Or Birminghampton, New York. I apologize. And finally, to round out your starting for the Red Ravens is going to be number 30, a 6-foot sophomore playing point guard, Lucy Burke, coming in from Melbourne, Australia?
Yep.
From Melbourne.
Got the 6-footer from
Melbourne.
overseas.
Yep, 6-footer from overseas. With that, we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to come back with Cameron Burney. He's going to give us some of the team stats. You guys listen to the Conch Radio Network.
He learned Pig Latin from a pig,
Wyme, hovercraft A, is way, off A, off way, eels way.
which means my hovercraft is full of eels. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your beer, wine, and liquor needs, it's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I'm Cameron Burney. I'll be running through some team and some individual numbers. Take a look at the two teams about 2 minutes to go until game time. Conch's taking on the Red Ravens of Coffeyville tonight. Coffeyville on the year 10-9, 8-7 in conference. Conch's at 6-12 on the year, sitting at 3-12 in the conference. Cole just went over your starters. Alec Fitz will be running one of the guards, averaging 6 points a ball game. Ashley Nelson putting up 4 a night. Addison Raleigh at 9 points a game on the year. Allie Baker averaging 6. She'll run the point tonight. And Kaylee Dale averaging 5 points a ball game. Red Raven starter Sky Jasper, she's wearing number 1, putting up 12 a ball game. McCree, she's wearing number 2, 9 points a ball game. Tanksley, 6 points a game. She'll be wearing number 3. Alexis Wooden wearing number 23, averaging 8 points a game on the year. And number 30, Lucy Burke, averaging 9 points a game on the year. Hit some team numbers, and then we'll get you ready for Conch basketball. About a minute to go until the start. Scoring on the year, Conch's averaging 56. Ravens averaging 58. Conch's giving up 64 to the Ravens 54. Conch shooting 34% on the year, 24% from deep, 58 from the line, 42 boards a game, dead even in the rebounding margin. 11 assists a ball game, 21 turnovers, 9 steals, and 3 blocks. The Ravens average 38% from the floor, 29% from 3, 64% on the line, 37 boards a game. That's -2 for them. 11 assists, 14 turnovers, 8 steals, and 4 blocks a game. If you look at the stats, should be a good game tonight, Cole.
Oh, I completely agree. I think even though the first meeting of these two teams, I feel like Dodge City won. I think they've come a long way. I think they've progressed quite a bit over the year. Yeah. I'm excited to see what the Conquistador is going to bring out here.
Yeah, hopefully they can come out and get on top early here tonight, jump all over them, and not allow the Ravens of Coffeyville to, I guess, win, come out. I don't know. I was looking for a word there, and it just lost it off the tip of my tongue. But got any, I guess, Cole, been asking this, got any bold predictions?
Any bold predictions?
To do that on NFL Network on Sunday mornings, thought maybe we'd bring it to your Conch Radio Network.
You know, I had my bold thing last week that we were able to, be on here for the Lady Conquistadors was that we needed Ewing to show up, and she ended up showing up, just got a little bit of foul trouble.
Ended up being the player, we picked her as the player of the game, I believe.
Honestly, the way I'm looking at it is, I think the Conquistadors overall have to kind of come out ready to play this time. I don't think we can put it on to one player. I think that they have to be collectively as a team. Looking at the stats, I mean, all the starters that Coffeyville is coming out with have a pretty good amount of points scored per game. I mean, you got to come out and play as a collective team when you have a collective. You're playing against a collective team. There's not one just major standout player for the Coffeyville. I think that Conquistadors overall have to play their game tonight.
Yeah. And as I forget to turn the recording on, I'll start it now. I think that the Conchs, they're outsized a little bit, but they have been most of the season. You're not going to want to give up second chance points. That's been a big thing. They do it well for a while, and then there always just seems to be that lull at some point. They can't have that against a team like Coffeyville tonight.
Definitely.
If they can keep them off the offensive boards, force them to one shot. They're shooting 38% on the year, and they average 37 boards a game. Your Conchs averaging 42. Should be a good one here as they just got done introducing the starters. Hopefully the game lives up to what the stats say it will.
Yeah, but back to the thing about Conquistadors being a little bit undersized. The thing is, Conquistadors been undersized most of the game, but then again, when you look at players such as Alec Fitz, Francesca Aguino, and a few of the others that we'd consider pretty short compared to most of them. I mean,
they play bigger than they are.
Their impact is far bigger than what most people would give them credit for, just with the athleticism that they obtained.
Very much so.
It looks like for the tip-off, we're going to be looking at, I thought we were going to have McCree. In actuality, we're going to have Wooden against, I believe, Ashley Nelson. Both of them are going to be meeting up there at half court. We're going to get some background noise. We're going to get the crowd.
Get the crowd mic into it.
And we are off. Wooden wins the tip. Looks like number 3. Tanksley is going to be having the ball. She goes ahead and throws it up to the point to Wooden. Wooden over to McCrae. McCrae back over to Burke. Burke shoots it deep and just bricks it off. Rebound somehow taken back from Red Ravens. I thought for sure it was going to go out of bounds. Looks like number 2, McCrae, is going to have the ball. Back over to Burke. Back over to Jasper. Jasper's going to pack it back to Wooden. Wooden back to Jasper. Jasper's going to try to penetrate in. Throws it back out to McCrae. McCrae's going to dribble in, shoots it, and they get their first 2.
And that's the offensive rebounds that you're not going to want to give up for the Conchs. They give up the long one, turns around, Ravens get a basket off of it.
Exactly. As it looks like the Red Ravens are playing a little bit of a full court press, kind of putting some pressure on the offense of the Conquistadors. Baker's going to send it back out to the middle to Fitz. Fitz is going to send it over to Raleigh. Fitz back to Raleigh, over to Fitz. Baker's going to shoot it deep just off the backboard. Nelson pulls the rebound back down. Raleigh gets it back out to Fitz. Fitz gets Baker, and Dodge City's got themselves another second chance opportunity as Raleigh has it over. She's going to dribble it down into the corner, puts it back out to Fitz, back over to Baker. They're going to swing it back over to Raleigh. Raleigh's going to penetrate in, pull it up, put it up, and just a little off, but looks like we're going to have Dale come down with the rebound. Fitz has the ball back over to Baker. From Baker, she swings it back to Fitz. Fitz back over to Raleigh. Raleigh's going to penetrate in, pulls her dribble up, a little bit of a questionable pass as it gets kind of caught in traffic, and then I don't honestly know what happened
I
right
don't
there.
know.
That was kind
couple
of
of Coffeyville players lost it for a second. I thought maybe it was going to go out of bounds, but the Conks inside fighting early, getting offensive rebounds as the jumper the other way is no good.
Yep, Dale with the rebound. She's going to give it over to Baker. Looks like the Red Ravens are going to kind of ditch their press, kind of go back to a normal defense. We see them running a 2-1-2.
Yep, Coach Lowell said that in the pregame that that's what he thought they'd run, and he's right. They come out in it.
Yep, Baker's going to kind of penetrate in, sends it out back out to Fitz. Fitz back over to Raleigh. Dale down deep in the corner here. Let's see where she goes. She sends it to Baker. Baker takes a shot. I think it got tipped. Looks like number 3, Tanksley, is going to bring the ball back down over to Jasper. Jasper's going to feed it right into McCray, and Conquistadors managed to swipe the ball. I don't even know if that was really a shot.
I think Nelson poked that one out on on Jasper's way up.
We got Raleigh down here on the other side of the court. Raleigh sends it into Dale. Dale's going to put it back out to Baker. Baker's going to shoot from the corner, and she gets herself a bucket.
Nice pass, nice ball movement from the Conks early. You got to beat a press or to beat a zone, you got to work the ball back and forth quickly, and the Conks are doing that and getting the looks they want at the high post. Baker getting her first one to drop there.
Yep, now we're back down here. Burke's going to send it back over to Wooden. Wooden's going to decide to give it to Tanksley. Tanksley's back over to Burke. Burke to Jasper over here in the near corner. Back over to Wooden. Jasper is going to get an opportunity. She's going to put a bucket in.
Yep, 2 seconds on the game clock, or on the shot clock there when she put that one up. So there, both teams working the ball around, using most of the shot clock. As the Conks going to turn it over.
Nelson looked like she was trying to pass the ball back over to Dale, and Dale just didn't see it coming. Kind of a misplay by the Conquistadors there as Jasper runs down and gets herself another 2 points.
Yep, Jasper with 4 here tonight. Trap giving the Conks a little bit of problems trying to get it across half court.
As you have Dale kind of drilling it, she had to get it back across half court herself. Now Red Ravens going to back up, get a little bit normal as Raleigh puts 3 up and just bounces off and misses just a little bit.
Conks just can't quite get anything to fall. They're getting looks at it, but just can't get them to drop. You got to think they'll go down eventually.
Yep, McCray's going to bring it back, sends it over to Wooden. Wooden's going to send it back over to McCree, or Tanksley rather, I apologize. Tanksley's going to get pressured out by Baker. Oh, and I think they're going to get Allie Baker with the...
Yep, little arm extension, riding her across.
I think that's a little...
You think all fouls are a little excessive. You were a wrestler.
I was going to say, maybe because I'm of my aggressive nature, but I just do not feel like that was...
Cole's over here. She didn't end up on the floor. She ain't bleeding there. No foul.
Hey, man, make spice things up a little bit. Looks like number 2, McCrae's
You'd really like the 80s Pistons.
Oh, yeah. Tanksley's going to send it back over to McCray. McCray's looking for someone to pass it to. Burke finally came over to talk to her. Jasper's now got the ball. Nelson guarding really closely, and good enough defense to make her miss as Baker brings down the rebound. Is going to dribble it back over there. Baker's going to send it to Raleigh. Raleigh pushes up to the half court. From Raleigh sends it to Baker over to Nelson. Nelson's going to send it back over. We got Ewing back into the ball game. Alec Fitz is going to get the ball. Raleigh's going to pop one off, and just a little bit off. As it looked like the Red Ravens might have tried to get kind of a fast break there. Conquistadors luckily getting themselves down the court.
Yeah. Thought Fitz might have been able to get a hand on that one. They threw it right over the top of her head on the outlet, but she just wasn't looking at the ball.
Yep. Jasper over here on the near side is going to send it back to Wooden. Wooden's going to kick it to McCray. McCray's going to dribble. She's going to get some penetration going. Passed it out. Almost looked like it wasn't going to go. And Tanksley's going to get herself a bucket.
Yeah, that's her second basket of the ball game, and the Ravens lead 8-2 with 4:20 to go in the first quarter.
Baker trying to get something set up here to maybe get Conquistadors out of this full court press.
There's going to be a 10 call on Allie Baker. And I think Coach Lowell is going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. Wear your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here with Lady Conquistadors trailing 2-8 to the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
So the Conks getting looks at it in the first quarter. They just not able to get anything to drop early as they're going to switch into a man-to-man defense now.
Yep, Tanksley having up against Fitz. Fitz throws it to Burke. Burke to Jasper. Jasper being covered pretty heavily as she throws the ball to number 20, Full of. And Baker ends up getting a hand on it, brings it down, runs it down the court, launches one up, and Ewing just about pulled the ball back down, gave Conquistadors another chance.
Tried to go in there and was just a little too far past it and tried to stick a hand out, but just couldn't quite tip it back to herself, tips it out of bounds instead.
Yep, Tanksley bringing the ball back down. Coming towards the near side, Burke coming up at the peak, kind of wanting to see if she gets the pass. Tanksley's dribbling back over, throws it over to Full of. Full's back over to Jasper. Jasper back out to Burke. Burke to Full of. Burke Full of over to Jasper, and I think Ewing got a full hand on that ball as Jasper went to take a shot. And they're going to hit Full of with a travel there as Baker came over and played some pretty close defense. I thought it was going to be a jump ball. But
I did too, but it wouldn't have really mattered if she didn't walk or a tie-up either way. There was only one on the shot clock, and the Ravens didn't realize it.
Yep, and it looks like the Red Ravens kind of dropped their press and is kind of coming back to this 2-1-2. Baker's going to send it to Lee. Lee gets the ball into Ewing. Ewing with a good pass to Nelson, and it just didn't go in. Luckily, the Conquistadors going to keep the ball at their end, but, I mean, Ewing, that was a slick pass. I mean, it got
She got
three
double-teamed
defenders
in the corners, and the third defender slid over, and she put a little side spin on it and got it around all of them to Nelson as Maple checks in for her.
And you are not kidding. Balls are just not falling for the Conquistadors there as it were completely open. I mean,
Yep, wide open mid-range jumpers. You got to knock those down, as Coach Lowell said. After the game last week, you just got to hit open shots.
Yep, Baker is going to be inbounding it. Sends it into Ewing. Ewing launches it and just off the backboard, and Baker pulls the rebound up. Sends it to Caitlin, kind of gets a little bit bobbled around, and we're back out front to Baker.
So it was a nice save by Maple, falling out of bounds turn and able to find Fitz.
Yep, Baker coming to dribble it down, send it to Lee. Lee's one of those three-point shooters that sometimes shows up to games. Baker trying to find someone to pass it to. Send it to Maple. Maple sends one up off the backboard a little bit. Fitz is going to launch one from deep, and she hits it. Alec Fitz draining a three from pretty deep off of kind of a broken play there. Nice to see the Conquistadors getting a little bit of luck falling down now. We're now back on the other side. Looks like Wooden's going to send it to Full of. Full of closely guarded by Baker. Baker to McCrae. McCrae back to Jasper. Jasper looking for someone to throw the ball to, just kind of holding it from
close to a 5 call there. I thought maybe they were going to get one.
Yep. A lot of movement from the Red Ravens right now. Tanksley just throws one up. Conquistadors with some very, very good defense there as they played extremely close to him. Looks like we're going to have a Guino come checking in for Baker. Baker, I think, just need
a little break. She started. Yep.
She's been in for quite a bit of time. We're going to see Guino bring the ball down for the Conquistadors. Guino sending it over to Lee. Lee back over to Guino. Guino's going to dribble it to the near side, sends it to Fitz. Fitz is going to send it back to Guino. Guino penetrates in, gives it back to Fitz. And Fitz almost having a pretty open three-pointer right there, honestly. Fitz is now going to penetrate in. Puts one up, someone got a hand on it. Ewing pulls it back down, sends it back to Fitz. Fitz sends it over to Guino. Lee's going to launch herself up one, and it just goes off the front of the rim for the Conquistadors. The drought's going to have to end eventually. They gave them a little bit, but Conquistadors going to need quite a bit more to keep themselves in.
That is going to be an offensive foul inside on the Ravens. Going to go on Full of. That'll be her first.
I didn't even see what had happened there.
I think it was an illegal screen they caught her with.
It looks like Rowley's going to come in for Fitz.
Conks 1:15 to go, trail by 3. Not getting shots to fall, but playing really solid defense.
Definitely. As Aguino brings it down the court, dribbling across, go over to the near side. Lee now having the ball. Aguino penetrates in, sends it back to Lee. Lee heaves it over to Aguino. Aguino back to Rowley. Rowley dribbles a little bit further in, swinging it back to Lee. Lee's going to launch another one, and it's just a little bit off, but goes and gets her own rebound. Oh, as quite a few bodies fall, Lee ends up tipping the ball over to Maple. Maple gets it to Aguino.
It's a nice hustle from the Conks, and
I'm guessing this is going to be a backcourt as we kind of had a rough. Guino penetrated in a little bit. Ended up throwing a bad pass, or I think actually it ended up getting tipped.
I thought it got tipped, but the official said not, because unless they're saying Maple touched it on their side of half court and was still touching it when she landed in the backcourt, would be the only thing I would think. Damon sitting down there saying, yeah, that's what.
Back over here on the other side, Red Ravens have the ball. Jasper dribbling it out over here on the near side. Sends it back to McCray. McCray's going to dribble in, sends it to Wooden. Wooden's going to get the penetration, sends it to Full of. Full of throws it back over to Jasper. Ewing jumps on trying to defend a pass, or defend a shot as a lot of bodies start hitting the fall again.
So I was looking for a foul there and nothing called.
But Red Ravens end up with the ball again. Caitlin on Wooden, and I would have thought that was close to a travel, but we are actually going to be ending the first period. We're going into it. 5-10. Red Ravens, Conch trail by 5. We'll be right back with some more Conch Radio Network.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic, so why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
B&E Waste of Dodge City wants you to check out the competitive rates before you sign another contract. You deserve a locally owned choice. B&E serves Ford, Meade, Hodgman, and Edwards County. They offer commercial, residential, regular service routes, or one-time pickups. So let's get that shed cleaned out. No more excuses. Call B&E Waste Systems in Dodge City. The address is 2301 Central Ave, and the phone is 225-6580. Let B&E Waste be your very own trash provider.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Conch basketball. As we're going to be coming back, Aguino is going to be bringing the ball down the court. Your players as of right now are Aguino, Rowley, Burris, Dale, and Ewing. As we have Rowley down here with the ball and poked out and looking like it's going to get poked out by Wooden. Conch basketball.
Now, Conch's in the, I'm way too loud. Conch's in the first quarter only put up 5 points, get looks, but they can't get anything to drop. But they do play solid defense, hold the Ravens of Coffeyville to only 10 points.
As we are now in here, Ewing's going to launch one up and just a little bit too hard. Jasper going to be clearing the ball, sending it over to Lee. Lee making her first appearance in the game. From Lee, they're going to send it to Fulov. Fulov's going to pass it back over here to McCray. McCray to Jasper. Jasper back to Wooden. From Wooden, they're going to send it to Lee. Lee's going to get some penetration and
walk. Yep, they're going to call it travel.
It looked like she might have slipped and slid a little bit, but that would be a travel, sending it back to the Dodge City side.
Say the Conch, as I was saying during that last possession, the one thing you can control, if you can't hit shots, you can always play solid defense on the other end, which the Conchs do in the first quarter and for the first minute so far here in the second.
Yep, Guino and Burris passing it back and forth, seeing what the defense is going to do. Guino kind of penetrates in, not as much as he used to, sends it to Ewing. Ewing, I'm guessing she kind of...
She's trying to hit Rally in the corner,
and I think
McCree
almost body blocked it with her.
Yep.
And
Hit it with her shoulder.
Out of bounds. Rally's going to send it into Guino. Guino's going to reset everything back, sends it to Rally. Bounce pass into Ewing. Ewing's going to send it back over to Rally. Rally's going to swing it back to the middle, send it to Aguino. Aguino's getting good penetration, kind of lobs one up there.
Kind of a forced shot, but the shot clock was running down.
Yep, so we're going to come back down to the other side. McCray with the basketball, sends it into Wooden. Wooden gets a pretty open look, but manages to miss it. Burris gets the rebound. She's running it down the court, and she's going to kind of pull it up. slow it down a little bit for the Conquistadors. Aguino's going to give it over to Dale. Dale's at the free throw line. Dale back to Aguino. From Aguino sends it to Burritt, or from Rowley. Rowley puts one up. Dale comes in with the rebound, sends it back out to Aguino. Aguino, a lot of passing going on for the Conquistadors. Aguino's going to get another. Aguino goes in for more of that penetration, and the bounce pass just was not enough. As I think Burris is going to get called for the foul down here on Jasper. Jasper manages to miss for the Conquistadors' sake, but what is Jasper's free throw percentage?
It's actually Lee that.
Was it Lee?
Yep, Lee.
You were right. My apologies.
Lee on the year, 59% from the line as she knocks the first one down.
Well, statistically, it favors her missing this second one, but there's also
what do they say about statistics?
There's always that extra 9% that you got to be worried about.
Yeah, 8:09 to go, 11-5. Ravens on top, low scoring. For both sides.
As Lee drains her second one. Baker's going to be back in for Guino at this point. And they're kind of, Ravens kind of almost like a half-court press at this point, not putting as much pressure as they were. As
Baker, kind of a three-quarter court almost.
Yep, Baker's going to kind of bring the ball out. Sends it over to Rowley. Rowley's looking to see if she can get it inside. Back over to Baker. Baker swings it to Burris. Burris sends it to Dale in the corner. Dale's looking for someone to throw the ball to. She brings it back out to Baker. Baker's going to dribble. I don't know if she realizes that the shot clock's you got to go, and we're going to get a shot clock or possession violation.
Yeah, shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation on the Conquistadors. Conquistadors playing really good defense, but follow that up. Red Ravens following it up.
Both teams playing solid defense on both ends of the floor.
Burke's going to get back to Lee. Lee's going to rainbow it over to Burke. Burke's going to grab it and just launch the ball off the backboard, and Conquistadors managed to just let that one slip from their fingertips as Lee's back out on the near side. Lee's going to launch it back to Burke. Burke over to McCray. McCray over to Fullov. Fullov's going to launch one up. And Conquistadors are now trailing by 10, looking at 5 to 15, as the Red Ravens are going to bring back out this kind of a three-quarter press as they get it to Dale. Dale managed to bring it up the court, gives it to Rowley. Rowley puts one up and just can't get it to fall. Burris comes down with the rebound, sends it to Baker, and they're going to slow it down here as Rowley gets the ball back in her hand. She's going to put it down inside to Dale. Dale's going to try to penetrate in, gets blocked a little bit.
Foul going to go on Burke. It'll be her first. There's just a lid on the basket here in the first half for the Conks. Rally a wide open 7 or 8 footer and just too hard off the back iron.
Yep, Conquistadors just cannot get it to fall as Baker sends it back over deep to Rowley at about the far side. Baker's going to get about at the lead of the court from Lee. Sends it to Rowley, and Rowley goes ahead and just drains one.
That was deep.
There's quite a few passes going on. I actually got lost there for a second.
I'd say it was an inside out from Nelson to Rally on the backside, and about a step behind the three-point line, just let it fly and knocked it down.
As we see McCray send it up a three-pointer, bounces off the backboard. Red Ravens get another chance at it. Baker playing Tanksley very closely. Tanksley's going to get some penetration in, and they're going to get Dale with a foul. Again, I think this is kind of a...
Caught her with the arm extension as she ran through, caught her with the push.
Yeah, just a little bit. As I think Lowell's going to be taking a break. He's going to be taking a 30-second break. We're going to take one with him. We'll be right back with some more Conk basketball.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. He stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Welcome back to the Conk Radio Network. We are back in it. Tanksley's got the ball at the head of the court. Tanksley's going to send it over to McCray. McCray back to Tanksley. They're standing on the far side of the court as Damon comes up and creeps on in to steal some stuff from the table. As soon as I say that, ball's poked free. Baker has the ball down the court. Nelson goes up for a shot and just gets completely blocked by Burke.
Burke, the 6-footer from Australia, playing shooting guard. You don't see that very often. As a beautiful inside, and it's going to get blocked.
Conquistadors kind of victim to the height advantage right now. And we say that as Tanksley ends up getting a fast break, pretty open shot actually, and manages to travel.
She caught it. And if it was the NBA, they would have let it go, but took that third step and went in for the layup, and official caught her with it.
Yep, as Baker brings it down, sends it over to Alec Fitz. Alec Fitz, one that drained a three-pointer earlier in the game. Baker's going to get it in to Nelson. Nelson sends it out to Fitz. Fitz thought about it, penetrates in, floats one up, and just can't get it. But Rowley managed to bring the ball back down. Lowell, I think, screaming to slow the ball down and get a different play set up.
Be interesting.
Baker going to try to do a pretty aggressive bounce pass. Bodies hit the floor. Doesn't seem like we got much out of it. Baker over in the corner. Rowley now at the top. Sends it over to Fitz. Fitz is looking at it. We got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Baker launches one up and just drains it for the Conquistadors. Conquistadors not making a lot of shots hit, but they're making the ones that count. As the Conquistadors now cutting the lead down to 11-15. 4-point difference. Ball's down here. Full with the ball. Guarded closely by Dale. Dale is going to feed one into Burke. Burke's going to launch one back out to Lee. Lee back to Fullov. Fullov going to bring it back out to Burke. Burke's going to penetrate in, and I almost want to say she traveled,
I thought she walked with it.
Launched one up, ended up not being good. Alec Fitz pulling down the rebound. Baker's going to give it over to Fitz. Fitz going to roll over to Rowley. Rowley now looking to get it inside to Dale. Dale's going to be getting it. Dale kind of looking for something. Got to get something going. Cannot get 5 seconds. And bad pass to Baker. Ball's kind of on free. Burke ended up with it. Burke dribbling the ball back down the court. Kind of a 2-on-3 in favor of the Conquistadors. And the Conquistadors not paying close enough attention as Lee penetrates in. But luckily, Rowley paying enough attention to get the block.
Yeah, Coach Lowell not happy there. Person unaccounted for the Ravens. As what? Oh, Baker wasn't paying attention to the shot clock, and she was bringing it across midcourt listening to Coach Lowell, and it's going to end up being a 10-second call, and there wasn't even a press.
Yep, that's a mental mistake right there.
That's a very big mental mistake.
You got to listen to Coach, but you also got to get it down the court. As it looks like we got Tanksley bringing it on the near side. Tanksley doing some fancy dribbling all against Baker. Baker guarding her very, very aggressively. Baker ended up pulling a foul there. I got to give it to Baker, though. That was impressive.
Well, the one thing that confused me was she was guarding her that whole time, but there wasn't ever the official on the close side was never. No official was given a 5, like counting for a 5 count. I thought that maybe she was going to get one of those, but no official was even counting it.
Yep, and looks like the ball inbound over from Tanksley, and she ended up passing it to a player that wasn't watching, and Alec Fitz bringing the ball in, and Alec Fitz like managing to deny all odds, dribbled the ball in, looked like she had 3 people defending her, and still puts one up and gets herself another basket. Conks cut the lead to 2 points, looking at 13-15.
8-0 run for the Conks, 3 minutes to go, trail by 2, 15-13.
Tanksley's over here, or McCray rather, over here. Sends the ball to Jasper. Jasper to Fullov. Fullov thinking about penetrating, decided not to, sends it back out to Wooden. Wooden back to Fullov. Fullov just launches one, and Fullov with hers getting herself a 3-point shot.
At the end of the shot clock, too. Down to 2 or 1 on the shot clock. She just kind of had to throw one up, and it went in.
Red Ravens back to running that full court press. They're kind of slow on their feet as Alec Fitz kind of dribbles around. If she kept that ball, I see her going in for another 2. As Rowley gets the ball back on her side, looks like McCray might have poked it back out.
Yep, as Burke going to check back into the ball game for Coffeyville with 2:23 to go. Conks, it'll be interesting to see the offensive rebound numbers at halftime because it feels like they're pulling down a lot of them.
Yes, it does seem like they are pulling down a lot of them. Your players on the court right now are Guino, Rowley, Nelson, Maple, and Fitz. Shot clock's down to 5. Nelson penetrates in, gets herself a basket. All the Conquistadors right now spreading some love as we are cutting the lead back again, 15-18 in favor of Coffeyville.
Lead back to 3. The Conks, after trailing by 10 in the second quarter, cut it to 3. Trying to get a stop here with a chance to go down and cut it to 1.
Tanksley doing some nice footwork, sends it over to Full, launches another 3. Maple pulling down that rebound, thankfully. I think that would have went out of bounds. It would have been a Red Raven ball. Guino's bringing your ball back down the court. Sends it over to Fitz here on the near side. Fitz looks, sends it back to Guino, over to Rowley. Rowley's going to get it down into the corner. Again, it looks like she's getting it out, puts it back to Guino. Guino's going to bring it back towards us. Sends it to Fitz. Fitz going to be kind of dribbling around, see if maybe we can get to Nelson. Guino back to Fitz. Fitz looking for something. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fitz has got to get a shot open here. Sends one up, but it's going to draw the foul. Good play by Alec Fitz.
To get the foul call there. She dribbled baseline, stopped on a dime, turn around. And she's a pretty good little ball handler, able to put it on the floor, spin into the lane, draw the contact, and go to the line to shoot 2 as she missed the first one. 53% on the year.
Yep, looking at Kyra Trice coming in for Ashley Nelson. Trice we haven't seen for a couple weeks. Going to be interesting to see how her impact to the game helps the Conquistadors here.
Her and Maple both. Good to have them back for the Conks.
As Fitz ended up not getting the second one to drop. Again, Conquistadors not doing a great job, but you know, sometimes quantity is going to beat quality. As we are a pretty close game, as Trice, I think she's going to get herself a foul, playing very, very close.
Yep. Put both hands on Full and Full went to drive and kind of extended the arms, and they'll get you with that one every time.
Yep, we're back out front. Looks like Tanksley's got the ball, closely guarded by Guino. From Tanksley over to Wooden. Wooden into Jasper. Jasper sends one up and just rolls right off. 50 seconds left in the game. Jasper ends up coming over to Guino, and Trice is going to come in and manage to get the charge call against Jasper right there. Conquistador basketball, and I think that's something you got to give Trice some credit there. You know, just a misplay by the Conquistadors, and it's going to get forgiven by some pretty good plays by Trice. I say as Fitz tries to send it back to Trice. A lot of issues right now. Fitz is going to get it across half court. Oh, I thought she was going to go in for it. Rowley gets the ball, however, sends it, bounces off the rim. Fight for the rebound right now. Tanksley's going to have it on this side. About 3 seconds difference from the shot clock to now. I say 3, more like 6.
25 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock.
Tanksley's going to slow it down. Feeds it into Jasper. Jasper looked like she's going to go for that shot again. Sends it back out to Fulov. Fulov's going to get some penetration here. She's going to get completely blocked by Trice.
So that was a nice play by Trice. Fulov got by her, and coaches teach you to get it. If you try to block it, don't block it up high. Get it down low on the way up.
Yep,
and Trice did that.
As Ewing's going to come in for Rowley, we think this is maybe for some more defensive pressure here towards the end.
Yep, offense for defense with only 13 on the game clock.
Jasper's going to try to inbound it. Sends it to Tanksley. Tanksley just missed the pass. It's going to be Conquistador ball.
Yep.
13 seconds left.
That was actually a very nice inbounds play that was run by Coffeyville. They brought Tanksley around on a screen, made it look like she was coming for the corner, and she put a foot in the ground and cut back around backside to the basket where nobody was.
As Rowley comes back in for Maple now. Guino's got the ball just at the half-court line. Trice is going to send it to Ewing. Ewing's going to put one up, and it's a complete air ball. And there's bodies all over the ground wrestling for this ball. Looks like Burke's going to launch one up, and Scarley was close enough. I think she launched it right as the
I don't think it would have counted if it would have went in, but it
would have been more impressive than anything.
Yep.
Well, Conquistadors trailing 15-20, 5-point difference for your Lady Conquistadors and the Coffeyville Red Ravens. We are going to take a break, and we're going to be coming back with your B&E Waste System halftime show. You are listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Life's full of decisions, and one of the decisions you're going to have to make, do I still keep coming back to this hack dentist?
They're killing me, Whitey. They're killing me.
And with over 70 choices in the Yellow Pages, how do you know which dentist to pick? Well, that's easy. You pick Kelly Hendricks, DDS. Kelly's been in business for over 30 years, and he has comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. It's located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City, Kansas. Number 620-225-6555. Kelly Hendricks, the dentist, is just like us.
I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
He goose hunts with a Red Ryder BB gun, and he's never shot his eye out. He likes things his way. You may say he's a diva, but he's coined the phrase, he's a Jiva. Mr. G's Liquor, for all your wine and liquor needs. It's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against skin knees and sibling supervillains that won't share. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4. Welcome back to the B&E Waste Systems Halftime Report. B&E Waste Systems, your locally owned and operated trash removal service in the Dodge City area. No job too big or too small for B&E Waste Systems. And with us now, Coach Tucker. And Coach, tough opponent coming in here tonight.
Yeah, we got a tough opponent tonight. And really, they're all tough.
Yeah.
And, it's, every game is tough in this conference. And it's a tremendously talented conference from top to bottom. Steve Eck and I were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, how balanced this league is, and just the number of players and really good teams that are in our league from top to bottom. So you got to be prepared every night, and obviously Coffeyville is a very good team, regional champion last year. Gave Hutch their 2 losses. They won the regional last year. Hutch got in a large bid. Hutch wins the national championship, but Coffeyville had a great team as well.
Yeah. Saturday's loss at Pratt there, a game in which we got down big early, fought back, took the lead, but in taking that lead back and coming back in that big a deficit, because towards the end of the game there, it looked like we got a little tired there. Did that take a lot out of us?
Well, I mean, anytime you've got to come back from 17, 18 down, It's going to take some energy. I thought we got a little careless with the ball. When we had it at 50-50, we had 2 opportunities to get the lead. I thought that was a big moment in the game. I think if we could have got the lead at that point, could have been a different result. We didn't. They go on a 7-0 run. We're trying to dig out of the hole again. I think that obviously, the big comeback did affect us, got into our legs, and we weren't able to finish it.
Righty, Coach. What's the thing you need to do tonight that you didn't do in the first game against the Red Ravens?
Well, we got to play tough. I mean, we got to play really tough. Got to take care of the basketball. We've got to do a better job on their point guard. I think their point guard is the whole key to their team, and he hurt us bad up there. Hopefully, we'll do a better job on him tonight. We got to control the glass, control the paint. They try to pound you inside. Thought Jairus had a great game up there. We've got to have that kind of game tonight from Jordan, who we're going to start Jordan tonight.
Okay.
And we're going to bring Jairus off the bench tonight. And Kevin and Jordan will start up front. JJ will start at one wing. We'll have Tajay at the other one. And then, obviously, Justice will start at the point.
All righty, Coach. Yeah, and you talk about Washington there, their point guard. He doesn't do anything, and he almost like lulls you to sleep. Then the next thing you know, you look around, he's got 9 points on you. And, as a defensive player where he just sits out there and doesn't do anything,
he does kind of do that to teams.
Well, he's a pure point guard. I mean, he involves everybody, makes really good decisions with the ball, a great passer, adequate shooter. But he is a Division I point guard, and I'm sure we'll be seeing him play on Saturday somewhere here in the near future.
So Justice going to have his hands full tonight, huh?
He's got his hands full every night.
Every
There's a lot of great guards in this league, including Justice Dixon. So they just battle. They go at it. It's like in the NFL. The good teams have good quarterbacks, and I think we've got a good quarterback, and they've obviously got one too.
All righty, Coach. I appreciate the time. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thanks.
Coach Tucker here with us. We'll step back, get your halftime stats. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Do you need to clean out a garage or shed sometime soon? Need someone to come pick it up? Call B&E Waste Systems of Dodge City and they can help you out. They serve Ford, Hodgman, Meade, and Edwards counties and specialize in roll-off and construction containers. They even provide regular service routes and one-time pickups to residential, commercial, and rural clients. Contact B&E today at 225-6580 or swing by 2301 Central Avenue to experience just how competitive their prices really are. B&E Waste Systems, you deserve a locally owned choice.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
We'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the always entertaining B&E Waste Systems halftime report. I'm Cameron Brennan. I'm going to run through some team stats. We'll have Cole do some of the individual ones for you. Conks, as we said, trail this one to Coffeyville 20-15 after the first half. Team stats, Coffeyville in the first half shooting 38% from the floor, 33% from downtown. Conks in the first half only shooting 22% from the floor. 6 of 27, just not able to get anything to drop. 3 of 8 from deep, 37% there. Conks don't get a free throw to fall in the first half. Both teams only shot 2 free throws. Conks missed them both, and Coffeyville got them both. Lee with those 2. Points in the paint. Coffeyville with 6, Conks with 4 points off turnovers, pretty close at 9-8 Coffeyville advantage. Second chance points, I said at the beginning that gonna have to limit that if you're the Conks, and they do. They out rebound and out second chance the Ravens of Coffeyville 9-5. Coffeyville with the only fast break basket in the ball game with 2, and Coffeyville's bench scores 8 to the Conks 0. Coffeyville in the first half comes down with 6 steals, 4 blocks, has 10 turnovers, both teams with 10 turnovers, 5 assists, 16 rebounds, 11 defensively, 5 offensively. And your Conks with 3 steals and blocks, 10 turnovers, 4 assists, to go along with 19 rebounds, but 11 of them. We were wondering what the number was. We figured they pulled down a lot, 11 offense and 8 defense. Not very often do you see a team have more offensive rebounds than defensive.
Not at all. And then again, another thing that I thought was really surprising is the Conquistadors actually losing the points off the bench. Normally the Conquistadors, we talk about how
deep they are.
How deep they are. Like, no matter who they bring out on the court, they have points. Normally they get points off their bench, but right now Conquistadors only having their starting 4.
I'll say only 4 players
having the main amount of points, which that's pretty crazy to be honest.
Yeah, that's not normal for the Conks. About 5.5 minutes to go. Cole, you want to run through some individual numbers?
Yeah, we're just going to look at some of the main players here in general. First one we're going to be looking at obviously is from the Coffeyville Red Ravens. We're looking at Sky Jasper. Sky Jasper coming in 6 total points, 3 total rebounds, 2 defensively, 1 offensively. 0 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. I mean, that just kind of speaks for itself. She has made up for any type of turnover she has given, along with 2 extra.
Plays on both sides of the ball. Averages 12 a ball game. She's got 6 here in this one, so well on her way to that number.
Yep, the next person we're going to be looking at is Tanksley. Tanksley looking at 4 total points, 3 total rebounds, 2 defensively, 1 offensively. Looking at just 4 turnovers, but we got to give her a little bit of a slack. She is the main ball handler.
I was going to say, she runs the show.
She runs the entire offense for the Red Ravens. So we're going to give her a little bit of a break. She has done a very, very solid game thus far. And I don't think the turnovers actually, reflect anything, along with 1 steal on her part. And then the other player we're going to look at is someone off the bench for the Red Ravens. We're going to look at Tara Fullov, looking at 6 total points, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers. 6 total points. She's up there with Jasper at this point. I believe she was the one that drained that.
Yep, she's the only one for the Red Ravens that's hit a 3. She's 2 of 3.
As I say, she's just kind of popped one out. One of them, I wasn't even, I didn't even think she was going to shoot it, but it just instantly, as it hit her hand, she put one up and drained it. So now on to the Lady Conquistadors. I said this at the beginning of the first half, that Alec Fitz coming out ready to play today. We've talked about her athleticism. Now she gets around the court and how really, honestly, important she is to the Conquistadors. She's coming out leading the scorers with 5 total points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist, 0 turnovers, which, for someone that's been this involved, I think that's what she really hoped for.
Yeah, her and Baker running the point most of the night so far.
Yep. Is getting now on to Addison Rowley. Addison Rowley looking at a 3-pointer. I believe she drained one of Dodge City 3-pointers here, along with 3 total rebounds. Looking at 2 defensively, 1 offensive, along with 2 turnovers. But again, Rowley is one of them, another one that kind of has the ball in her hands quite a bit.
Yep.
And definitely one that tries to move the ball into the inside primarily. I believe that Rowley is one of them that tries to get the ball into Ewing and Dale quite a bit. So overall, I think she's having a very good game. Another person to look at is Allie Baker. Allie Baker coming in with 5 points as well. 2 total rebounds, 1 on each side of the court. Only 1 turnover, 2 steals. We've been talking. We talked about her defense.
Yeah,
during
and the whole,
first half.
not just hers, but the whole. All the Conks defense for that matter. They held Coffeyville, who averages 58 a ball game, hold them to 20 in the first half. They're only able to put up 15, but like we said, only shooting 22% from the floor, 6 of 27. Just not getting stuff to drop. But the one thing you can control is how well you play defense and how pressured your defense is.
Yep, so that Allie Baker, she's honestly just been kind of the fiend of the court. She has been all over the place. Another one just like Fitz that's kind of putting the Conquistadors up there as of right now. And one more person I want to call out is Dale. Kaylee Dale coming in with 4 total rebounds, the most rebounds for the Conquistadors, having 2 on both sides of the court. She has been responsible. I think they missed a few rebounds on her. I feel like she has a lot more offensive rebounds. It seems like every time a ball goes up for on the offensive side, she kind of gets the ball, sends it back out. She has been what keeps the offense rolling as the shots are not falling for the Conquistadors.
Yep.
With Dale also no points thus far in the game. Looking at 1 assist, 1 turnover. Overall, I think her defensive and just her awareness of the court has been really important to the Conquistadors as of right now.
Yep, Conks in this one trail by 5 at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready for second half action. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last minute meeting. Call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Hey, Mom and Dad, maybe have that child away from home for the first time and never know when they're going to come up with that bad tooth or sore mouth. Well, you look in the phone book, there's over 70 dentists to choose from. How do you know which one to choose? Well, that's easy. Pick Kelly Hendricks DDS. Kelly's been in business for over 30 years, and hey, he's just like the rest of us.
I put my pants on, 1 leg at a time.
So once again, when trying to find that dentist that's going to be just right for you, pick Kelly Hendricks DDS. They're located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C. Phone number 620-225-6555.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. to the second half of your Lady Conquistadors basketball facing off against the Coffeyville, the Ville, as Damon likes to call them, Red Ravens. Looks like the people starting off here are going to be Kaylee Dale, Ashley Nelson, Allie Baker, and Alec Fitz coming out. Ready for you guys in the second half.
Conk's going to go with the starters.
Hey, if it's working,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be coming down the court. Looks like number 2, McCray, has the ball for the Red Ravens. McCray dribbling around, gets to Burke. Burke's dribbling down towards the near side. Turns around, goes back towards the other. Sends it to Tanksley, and
going to be a timeout?
A timeout. I think that the coach for the Red Ravens is a little upset over something going on. Looks like we're going to have a 30-second timeout. I suppose we can just keep it here.
Keep it here.
We talked about halfway through it anyway.
I just said it's already half over.
Don't want to miss any of the action.
Yep. Cole, we didn't get to Cole's keys to the second half.
Well, when I'm taking lead, it's hard to get to the keys of stuff. But honestly, I mean, if it's not already apparent to all those that have been listening, to anyone that looked at the stats, is Conquistadors just need to start shoring up some of them shots. I mean, 22% is, I'm not even a basketball player, and I can tell you 22% is not good. That is atrocious. And I believe if they start hitting a couple more shots, they take the same amount, hit a little bit more, there's no reason they can't walk away with this game right now.
Very much so.
As we're back in, Burke launches one deep and manages to get it to fall. Burke coming out. Again, we talked about how tall Burke was, and it was unusual for her to be a shooter, but she comes out. Baker getting the ball across half court, gives it to Riley. Riley fires one up, just rolls off. Nelson brings the rebound down, sends it out to Fitz. Fitz thought about taking a shot, penetrates in, sends it back to Nelson. Nelson to Baker. Baker's going to put herself one up, and she's going to knock one down. Allie Baker coming out, responding to Burke's three-point shot. Tanksley bringing the ball back up the court, closely guarded by Baker. Tanksley sends it over to Jasper. Jasper's going to dribble it around, sends it to McCray. McCray to Burke. Burke's going to bring it out a little bit. She's going to penetrate in, sends it back to Tanksley. Tanksley's going to try to get herself some penetration. Just blocked by Baker. Baker's going to send it to Jasper. Jasper back to Wooden. Wooden's going to try to get it to Jasper, and it looks like Allie Baker just pickpocketed her as she's going to give it to Fitz on the inside. Baker's going to bring it back out. Sends it over to Riley. Riley's going to see if she can get it to the inside. Baker's going to have it at point. Back over to Riley. Riley's getting it into Dale. Dale's going to dribble around. She's going to bring it back out. Sends it up top to Fitz. Fitz over to Baker. Baker's going to launch another one, and she drills it. Another three-pointer from Allie Baker.
Let's go back and forth.
Back out. Baker sends it out. Shoots for 2 so far, and she has made both of them. Baker coming out on fire. As Tanksley, she's going to bring it down to the near side. She's going to dribble down, hands it over to Jasper. Jasper's going to send it to Burke at the point. Burke sends it to McCray back out to the far side. Back to the point to Wooden. Wooden to Tanksley. Tanksley's going to get some penetration in. I want to say she walked a little bit there, but looks like we're going to be getting a foul on Dale, actually.
It's going to be Dale's second, first of the half. Only a total of 9 fouls called in the entire first half. These officials don't like to call fouls.
I was say this one has been a little bit different. Not as many fouls as we're used to here.
Yeah.
As that one just rolls in after bouncing about 20 times.
Tanksley 67% on the year from the line.
Her second one is good. So far, I think the Red Ravens are 4 for 4 on their free throw. Something Conquistadors probably need to start waking up to, but, on the same sense, there hasn't been very many shots. As they try to get out, Fitz in a trap as Baker gets the ball, puts another one up. She's going to come down from the elbow. Go ahead and shoot another 2 points.
Allie Baker with 8 straight for the Conks.
Baker going to play Tanksley close. Tanksley's going to throw one over. Almost got tipped by Baker. They're going to get it over here to the near side to McCray. McCray back out to Burke at the point. Burke's going to dribble over, hand it to Jasper. Jasper's going to, I think she bounced it off her shoe. Fitz is going to pick it up. Is Fitz going to go in deep? She's going to throw one up, and Fitz gets one to fall. Conquistador, I believe, on 10 points right now in the first, so far in the third quarter.
So excited you can't even talk.
This is the best we've seen them play coming out of the third quarter. Conquistadors cutting all of that lead down, 25-25.
10-5 run.
Tanksley's going to try to penetrate in. Send it back out to Jasper. Jasper's going to send it to Wooden. Wooden's going to send it back to Jasper. Jasper's going to try some nifty moves, puts one up, and just barely gets it to fall.
Jasper with 8.
Baker going to be bringing the ball back down the court for the Conquistadors right now. Slowing it up a little bit, sends it over to Riley. Riley into Dale. Dale not looking like she wants to get in. Sends it to Baker. Baker gets to Nelson. Nelson back out to Fitz. Fitz almost had a pretty open three-pointer, and she has a really bad pass over to Baker. Baker, it's not a 2-on-2 and a fast break. And I almost want to say that was the ball.
Ball's not going to
Jasper
lie.
sends one up, and it bounces out. Ball's coming back the other way. Baker's going to kind of have a little bit faster as the Red Ravens aren't really going all that fast. Riley sends it back to Dale. Dale almost had an opportunity to get a very good basket there for the Conquistadors. As we're going to have a jump ball. I believe this is going to stay Conquistadors.
Yep, and what a pass, Addison Riley on the baseline. I thought she was just going to turn and try to save it, but Maple just Dale coming from the three-point line, catches it in the middle of the lane, and Riley able to find her. Just can't. Story of the first half, can't get it to drop.
Well, and that might have also been exactly what you said. Maybe Dale didn't expect it to come straight to her, and she didn't maybe have herself gathered enough. Still a good play for the Conquistadors as they keep it. Baker's going to inbound it. Gives it to Ewing. Ewing wide open for another 2 points for the Conquistadors. Ewing left literally wide open, just right in front of Baker. I don't know what was going on there. Full of up top with the ball. She's going to give it over to McCray. McCray standing over here on the near side, sends it to the point. Looked like number 24, Carr has the ball, her first appearance. Full of now going to try to get some penetration in. And she throws one up. I mean, wasn't even looking at the basket, still threw it up, and it bounced off the
I think she was looking for a foul and wasn't able to get one, so the Conks will take it, trying to take the first lead of them for the ball game in a while.
Baker sends it into Nelson. Nelson pretty well crowded around. I'm kind of surprised she didn't get the ball stolen right there. Riley sends it back to Baker. Baker sends it to Ewing. Ewing's going to get 2 more to drop.
Allie Baker, not just shooting the ball, but passing it very well.
Baker's just controlling the court right now.
Yep. She's playing a great first 5 minutes of the second half.
Burt got the ball pretty close to a 5-second as she gives it over to Carr. Carr's going to try to penetrate in, sends it out to McCray. McCray's going to launch a really deep three. Just unlucky bounce for the Red Ravens as it rolls out. Baker brings the ball back down the court. Baker's going to launch it to Trice over here on the near side. Baker's going to get it back, puts it to the far side to Riley. Riley's going to penetrate in a little bit, sends it back to point to Trice. Trice back to Riley. Riley's going to launch herself one just off the end of the board as Ewing gets the rebound and draws the foul. Great play by Ewing there, understanding what was going on. I think, granted, that's one of those things where she had to be fouled or she was making herself too. She had a perfect rebound in a perfect position.
It's like Conks playing a really good third quarter. Sometimes we see them come out with a little bit of a lull to start the third quarter, but not at all tonight.
Coming out on fire in the third.
On a 14-7 run.
As Ewing's first just rolls right out of it.
Yeah, maybe she's going to get it to drop. Ewing on the year, only a 50% free throw shooter from the line. Statistics say she'll make this one, though.
We shouldn't say stuff like that. As it goes in, Ewing dropping her next one. Ewing not getting a ton of playing time thus far, but making her impact known. Ewing from the first.
Played 10 minutes.
Played only 10 minutes so far. Not even 10 minutes played, has quite a bit of points. Red Ravens, Tanksley over here on the near side. Sends it over to the corner, over to McCray. McCray trying to get a little bit of penetration, doesn't get it. Sends it into Wooden. Wooden trying to penetrate down. Ewing with some good defense. I say as Wooden gets a good move.
That was just a nice move by Wooden. Puts the foot in the ground and the little spin hook off the glass.
Baker coming up to the point, sends it to Riley. Riley's going to dribble it over, gets it to Nelson, gets it back out to Trice. Trice to Baker. Baker straight into Ewing. Ewing tried to get a good pass over to Riley. Riley, I think, was looking for herself to see if she can get a three. As Baker almost comes in and intercepts that pass across half court. Red Ravens now slowing the game up a little bit, trying to get a little bit of something working here. As Tanksley trying to get some fancy dribbles going, tries to get a little bit of penetration, sends it to McCray. McCray at the point. McCray back over to Tanksley over here on the near side.
Down to 5 on the shot clock, see if they realize it.
Tanksley's going to send one in, and she's going to draw the foul. Good play by Tanksley there. I mean, there wasn't much else you could do there. I mean, Conquistadors playing very, very close. I mean, a deep three while having someone directly in your face probably isn't going to be what's going on.
Nope. As they're going to get Trice with the foul. It's her second team of the quarter.
As Tanksley makes her first, I believe they are now 5 of 5 for the Red Ravens.
Yeah.
You can never appreciate them free throws enough.
Yeah, and they don't talk about them a lot throughout the game. It's just at the end it seems that they always get brought up.
As they are now 6 for 6. Looking at Aguino into the game now. Looks like they're going to give Allie Baker a little bit of a rest as Aguino's trying to find herself somewhere to get across half court. She's going to dump it into Riley. Riley's going to get into Trice. Trice over to Maple. Maple had an opportunity. If she had gathered her feet a little bit more, there might have been a basket there for the Conquistadors. Maple's going to send it back out to Aguino. Burke jumped on it.
Oh, that's going to be traveling, going to be a late call.
I was say definitely.
I thought maybe she walked with it, but then she put it on the floor and passed it and didn't hear nothing. And the official with a late call, but the right call.
Yep, as Tanksley going to bring it back down. Aguino. Another one of the Conquistadors, not very big, but she is very athletic, very fast for the Conquistadors as they're going to be throwing the ball around. We got McCray out, and she's going to launch herself a three-pointer. It bounces off the front of the bat. Oh, a lot of things going on as a bad pass sends it over to the left, sends it over. I believe it should be Conquistador basketball. I don't think there was anyone that was even remotely close.
As Lee checks into the ball game for Raleigh. 2:33 to go. Ravens back on top, 31-30.
Aguino bringing the ball down here. Sends it to Trice. Trice is going to get it into Ewing. Ewing right here is dangerous as she passes it off to Maple. Trice rainbowing it all the way over to Aguino. From lead back to Aguino. Maple over here in the corner going to try to get it. I don't know if that was supposed to be for Trice or if it was supposed to be for Ewing. Ewing kind of got it, send it out. Oh, is they're going to get Ewing with a charge? I almost thought there was no contact made there. It looked like Ewing just stopped and jumped, but they're going to get Ewing with the charge.
I think she.
I didn't
see who the Raven player was that was standing in there, but I think Ewing came down a little bit and kind of tried to control her fall and knocked the Coffeyville player over.
Yep, as Tanksley bring it in, feeds it into Wooden. Ewing with a good play. If she can get the ball back, and just a little bit, sends the ball all the way back out to the front. 14 on the shot clock for the Red Ravens. Guino playing very close. I'm surprised we haven't seen a 5-second count yet, but as Tanksley penetrates in, rough passes. Maple pulls it down for the Conquistadors. Maple sends it to Aguino. Aguino's bringing it down quick, trying to see if she can catch people flat-footed. Sends it to Trice. Trice is now going to penetrate in. Sends it to Ewing. Ewing's going to shoot one just in front of the three-point line. As Maple brings down the rebound, I almost thought there was going to be a foul there, but it looks like they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball is going to go in favor of the Red Ravens this time.
Yeah, Maple, she gets a hold of that ball. I want to try to take it from her. Ooh. As Kaylee Dale going to come into the ball game for Ewing.
You know, it's a good thing to see that all these players that we've been saying their names so often, that they're getting a break here in the third towards the end. 1:25 to go. Aguino's going to be covering Lee. Lee's going to pass it over to McCray. McCray closely guarded by Lee. We got two Lees out on the court currently.
Don't get confused.
As Wooden has it pretty deep. No chance for shooting a shot here as she passes it to Lee. Lee's going to dribble around. Aguino playing pretty aggressively. They're going to send it to Carr. Carr's going to shoot over the top of Dale. And
I thought maybe Carr got away with a walk.
I'm about to say I'm more surprised about which way the ball is going because the ball shot up. Maybe a Dodge player poked it a little bit.
Maple tried to grab it, and
that must have been what happened as they're going to inbound. Looks like Burke's going to inbound it to McCray. McCray's going to send it to Wooden. Wooden's going to dribble the ball, give it over to Burke. Burke sitting here, kind of letting the count go down as I would have thought we had a 5. Instead, it looks like Fitz is going to get the foul. And, okay.
So I didn't see that one. I wasn't looking inside much on that one. I was watching the ball.
Okay, ball's going to come in. Carr's got the ball, sends it over to Lee. Lee's dribbling the ball around a little bit, going to try to penetrate in. Throws the ball back down to Carr. Carr's going to throw one up, and Conquistadors just kind of
Getting foul heavy late in the third
Yep,
quarter.
A little bit of foul heavy here in the third quarter.
As that's going to be Dale's third. See if Coach Lowe goes to the bench, if he rides with her.
I think at this point you just kind of have to ride it out and hope that you're getting the benefits.
I was going to say, you're going to be on the offensive end, so shouldn't be a lot of concern
Carr,
for a foul.
mean, the ball bounced almost straight up into the air as it fell back in. They are now 7 for 7 on free throws. Carr lined up for a second. Looks like Ewing's going to make her appearance back in as she finally misses one for the Red Ravens.
You've been saying they've been perfect for a long time, and I just kept
I'm
waiting
waiting
on
for that karma that we normally end up pulling off to happen for us here. As Guino's going to be over here on the near side, gets it over to Lee. Lee off balance when she catches it, manages to get back to a Guino. Guino gets it into
going to be a foul
into
inside.
Nelson. Looks like they're getting Carr with it.
It's going to be her second team, as Ewing and Rally come into the ball game for Dale and Fitz. Maybe a little offense here with 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Conch trail by 2. Been a good game so far.
Shot clock is off currently as Guino's going to get the ball into Nelson. Nelson's going to feed it back over to Guino as she runs by. Guino's going to bring it back out to the front. Rally sends it back to Guino.
Conch with 15. See if they go for the last shot here in the third quarter.
I mean, I'd imagine you definitely want to keep this ball. You want to make this the last shot for the Conquistadors. Ewing gets the ball. She's driving straight down the baseline, sends it out to Lee, and Lee just goes straight through her hands. And Lee almost really dangerous there. Didn't seem like she thought that they were going to be going for it with such short time. But there's a minute and 6 seconds.
She was wide open for 3.
Yep,
with 1.6 on the clock.
6 seconds for the Red Ravens to see if they can get
a
themselves
minute and 6.
1.6 seconds. I apologize. As Burke throws one up and scaredly enough almost gets it in. She wasn't even looking at the basket when she released that ball. Well, that's the end of the third. Conch trail by 2, 30-32. You will be right back with some more Lady Conch basketball. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
He doesn't use hands when doing a push-up. He uses his tongue. He eats salad with a spoon. He once parallel parked a locomotive. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your liquor, wine, and spirits needs, it's Mr. G's.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. Wear your shield. Wear your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in a tight one at the Dodge Dome. 32-30, Conch trail by 2. Baker's going to bring the ball, sends it over to Fitz. Baker's going to bring the ball down here to the near side. Feeds it into Ewing. Ewing's going to send it back to Rowley. Rowley's going to launch one, and it's just a little off as Lee for the other team's going to have the ball coming down. She's going to launch one up. I don't know how to call that one. That was a pretty easy foul, I suppose. For a game that has not had very many fouls at all. But looks like Lee's going to be coming back to the line.
Baker going to pick up her third on that one. Came out of the third quarter, or into the third quarter, just on fire.
We say as Lee misses another one for the Red Ravens.
But Baker, we were talking about it during the break. You said she came out and was just like, no, give me the ball. We're going to take this over. We're going to get back in this.
Yeah, you'd like to see Baker maybe make herself position a little bit more known as Lee again drains another one. Baker's going to, Red Ravens going to be trying that left three-quarter court press here. They didn't manage to get it to Baker. Baker's going to dribble the ball in. She's going to give it over to Fitz. From Fitz back out to Baker. I mean, you almost want to see Baker just go full on with that, right? But Baker's going to feed it into Ewing. Ewing back to Rowley. Rowley's going to penetrate in, gets it back out to Ewing, but Burke's going to steal it away from the Conquistadors, and they're going to call Burke with the travel. I think that might have been a gift.
I was going to say, I can't see her feet very well from here.
I just know Ewing was definitely right there on her feet.
I was going to say, I thought maybe they were going to get Ewing for a foul as she was rolling around on top of her legs.
We'll say that one was the gift as Fitz gets the ball into Baker. Baker going to bring it out. Never mind, she's going to throw ahead and pass it to Fitz here on the near side. Going to dribble back to the point. Rowley's going to have the ball feed it into Ewing, and they're going to call it that was out on Carr as Rowley tried to get it into Ewing, and it looks like they're going to say Carr pokes it free.
Yeah, maybe another little bit of a break there. I thought maybe they were going to give it to the Ville, as Damon likes to say.
Now let's see if they're going to leave Ewing open for a pass here. I don't think they will, as they end up getting it into Rowley. Rowley's going to kind of bring it back up to the point as he passes it over to Fitz. Fitz now going to get some things set up for the Conquistadors. She gets it over to Baker. Baker's going to dribble it over. See, she's wanting Nelson, but can't quite get to it as Rowley sends it over to Fitz. Fitz, almost a free shot there as she didn't quite get it, as it looks like Burke kind of hip checked her a little bit. Now it's back to Red Ravens. Red Ravens sends it to Burke. Burke gets the ball and instantly launches it, and the ball's going to come down into McCrae's hands as a second chance points that Conquistadors cannot give up here in the fourth. Baker's going to bring it back down, slow things down.
That ball just got tipped perfectly into the arms of, I think it was Wooden inside, but just happened to land right in her arms.
Yep, now we got Rowley up here at the point. She's going to just walk forward, launch one completely off. As it looks like we now got McCrae bringing the ball back down the court.
As Burris set to check in at the next dead ball.
She's going to land it off to Lee. Lee's going to be at the very top, right next to the conch head. She's going to launch it over to McCree. McCree's going to launch a three-pointer. No good. Two Conquistadors go up and fight for it, end up feeding it straight into Lee's hands. Misplay there by the Conquistadors as they only need one person to bring the ball down.
Yep, Ewing and Baker both ran into each other trying to get the rebound, and it just fell right into the arms of Lee.
Baker and Fitz passing the ball, kind of seeing what's going on. Baker to Rowley. Rowley's going to get it into Ewing as they're going to call a foul. I want to say on Carr. We're going to see. Yep, it looks like, or no, not Carr. We're going to call it on Wooden.
It's going to be her second.
As Burris is going to come in for Rowley. Burris, another one that we've seen come out off the bench and just drain three-pointers like it's going out of style.
She's open in the corner. They do give it to her.
Didn't quite. I think she's kind of behind the basket there. She put one up just a little bit off as they're going to get it back out to Baker. Baker's going to launch her one. It looked good, just bounced off the backboard, though. She's going to give it over to Burris. Burris is going to bring it out to the point, get it to Nelson. Nelson back to Burris. Burris over to Fitz. Fitz is now going to get to Baker. It looks like they're going to kind of reset some stuff. As looks like we have a foul.
I think it's going to be a holding call inside on Wooden. Oh, no. They're going to get
Burke with it, actually. So they're going to be Conquistadors basketball. Conquistadors getting another break. If they leave Burris open over here, it's going to be a dangerous play. As Burris is going to run across, get the ball.
As now they're going to get Wooden there as Burris tried to come all the way through. Wooden stepped in front of her and caught her with an arm.
You know what? We really shouldn't have said anything about the fouls. This is our fault. We mentioned it, therefore it is now going to happen.
Conks by 10.
Baker now going to be running down the court, Baker inbounding it. Out to Fitz. Fitz is going to bring it out to the point, send it over to Burris. Burris is going to hold it, send it to Baker. Baker to Fitz. Fitz going to launch herself up another three and just a little bit too hard.
They kind of forced that one a little bit.
They're going to bring the ball down the court. They're going to end up slowing it down. I agree with that. It was going to be looking like a 2v4, not kind of the odds you want. As we have McCrae at the very far side. Very deep to try to get a shot.
Oh, that's a touch foul.
My. And will I say it? We said it once, we'll say it again. There looks like the officials are going to make this a foul game at this point, as we are 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the fourth.
Called a total of 9 fouls. And there's another one. This is
almost insane.
It's about 5 fouls or 4 fouls in the last minute.
I want to say that one was on
Well, they've
Wooden
called
again.
6 fouls in the first minute and 13 seconds.
Actually, they called it on 12. Is 12?
Lee.
Oh, Lee. I was like, there's not even a 12 out there. I don't even know.
Wrong team, Cole. Wrong team. English getting to
Fitz
you, or
over here on the
meteorology.
near side. She's going to send it out to Nelson. Nelson over to Baker. Baker to Burris. It looked like it got caught off of Wooden's hand and went out of bounds here. Conquistadors have another inbound.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them try to do something a little bit more cheeky here. Maybe try to get them a cheap couple points just off of some movement. As a lot of weird movement going on right now as they get into Burris. Burris, I almost thought was going to take that shot as she bounced past it in. Mark my words, Burris is going to get the ball back, and she's going to knock down 3 right away. Burris coming off the bench, hitting a three-pointer for the Conquistadors. Conquistadors are now trailing 33-37. There's a full timeout. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back with some more Lady Conch basketball.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic. So why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford at Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing you back a little bit early here as the buzzer just sounded. And, I mean, honestly, if you're the Conquistadors, you're pretty excited right now.
Yeah, you're knocking down shots. Burris just hits a big 3. Lead back down to 4 for the Red Ravens at Coffeyville, 37-33. And the Conch still with 6:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. A lot of time left in this one. And the Conch's going to come out and going to switch into a 1-3-1 full court press.
Well, I'm not going to get too much in the specifics of what he just said because I'll be honest, not entirely sure. But McCray is going to bring the ball down. Fitz going to come up and approach, going to force her to the outside on the far. McCray is going to hand it over to Lee. Lee is going to do some fancy dribbling and pretty far out over here by the Conch head. She's going to bring it to the near side, pick up her dribble about at the point. She's going to pass it over to Burke. Burke closely guarded by Ewing. Burke's going to toss one up, and just off the backboard is looks like Nelson came in, managed to scoop the ball up and hand it to Baker before falling too far for the referees to want to call something. Baker's going to give it to Burris, and Burris has an open shot, and it just rolls out. Just a bad luck on that one as Burris really close to having another good three-point play. Looks like Lee.
Burris wide open. Thought she was going to get that one to drop. It looked good from where we were sitting.
Lee, again, standing pretty far out from near the half-court line. She's going to dribble to here to the near side. Going to pull it up about at the arc. She's going to give it to Burke. Burke's going to launch another 3, and again, just off as Baker pulls herself down another rebound. Baker, I don't know how close she is, but I would almost say she's close to a double-double at this point.
Let's see what she had in the first half.
Baker's going to feed it to Nelson. Nelson's going to get a little bit of penetration there. I thought maybe she was going to get a walk as Lee kind of fell down, keeping her dribble. Fitz keeping the defensive play alive as she's covering everyone on that side of the court pretty closely. Lee now again has the ball out here near half court. She's going to dribble it over here to the near side. Lee stopping over here near the arc again. She's going to feed it into Wooden. Wooden's going to feed it over to Carr. Carr's going to get some penetration, and it looks like we're going to get a foul call on 11. Nelson. She's going to wave off that there was no shot in progress, so they're going to be having the ball on the inbound.
Yeah, as Raleigh checks into the ball game for
Burris.
Yep, 4:44 to go. Still 4-point lead for the Ravens, 37-33.
We're getting close here, and we managed to get it. Conquistadors managed to play close enough before the inbound comes in. Dale's going to come.
5 count.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, they played closely to him. Is that not the right terminology? I don't know. Dale's going to come in for Nelson. Conquistadors again with very good playing on both sides of the court as Baker.
Basket here would be huge for the Kongs. Cut the lead to a 1-possession game.
Fitz is going to have it on the near side. Give it over to Ewing. Ewing over here in the corner feeds it back out to Baker. Baker gets it into Dale. Dale puts herself up too as we have a Red Raven currently down.
I think she rolled an ankle. She went down, and Dale.
It looks more like a knee. She has a knee brace. That's something you really don't like seeing coming from a guy that's managed to do his own knee a couple times.
She's going to limp off the floor here. It's Carr.
Yep, as Carr's going to get, Carr being a very good player for the Red Ravens so far off the bench. She's been kind of the relief player to give some of the others a little bit of breathing room, but Carr is going to at least walk off the court. You hope nothing's wrong with it, maybe just a little bit banged up.
They tweaked it a little bit, maybe.
Yep, the way she's walking, I doubt we see her back out on the court, but
I'd say they're taking her.
Yeah, they're taking her straight to the locker room, so hopefully nothing too major there, just a little bit of a tweak, but back to the ball game. Jasper's going to send it to McCray. McCray's going to get past half court, send it to Burke. Burke's going to launch one as she again has another one miss. Ewing coming in for the rebound.
Burke not afraid to shoot it in this one, and that shot is one of the highest I've ever seen.
Yep. Dale going to dribble over in the inside. They're going to give it to Rowley. Rowley one off the backboard, getting herself a bucket. It's a 37-37 ball game right now, ladies and gentlemen, as Lee's bringing the ball back down the court, closely guarded by Fitz. Fitz going to run right with her. That's one thing we got to give Fitz credit for, is her athleticism and agility to stay with people as they give it back out to McCree. McCree's over here on the short side. Baker playing closely. Baker not giving her anything as she's going to get a little bit of penetration, and they're going to get her with the charge. Kaylee Dale getting herself set up, prepared to get themselves that play as they're going to call McCray with the charge on her. It is Conquistador basketball with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Tied up, baby.
Baker bringing the ball down the court. Looks like Fitz having to retie her shoe really quickly. Not exactly the time you wanted to tie her shoe, as Fitz has the ball over here on the near side. Don't worry, she finished. As Rowley now has it at the point, she sends it to Baker. Baker trying to dribble in, getting a little bit closer to the arc. She gives it over to Fitz. Fitz to Rowley. Rowley gets it into Dale. Dale's going to do some nice dribbling. She's going to put one up, and it looked like maybe she got blocked a little bit. Conquistador was slow to get up, however. It looks like it's a 3v3, and it looks like maybe they're going to get, Jasper getting herself a cheap two as Conquistadors didn't quite pop up after a little bit of a scrum down there towards the end. Baker going to have it at point, sends it over to Fitz. Fitz going to hold the ball close. She's going to dribble in just past the arc. She's got to get the ball out here. Gets it over to Dale. Dale's now going to have the ball. She's looking to get it out. Gives it to Baker. Baker, it looks like she maybe got tipped there a little bit as now McCray's going to launch it down to Jasper. And Jasper managed to fumble it. Conquistador was on a very lucky break there as Burke looking to get the ball back into Jasper. And they're going to get Ewing with a foul there as Jasper still managed to miss the bucket, so there's no three-point play, but
say Conk's lucky there. Jasper, they didn't get back at all on that defensive possession, and Jasper just ran by them all.
Yep, definitely a lucky play there for the Conquistadors as Jasper's going to come up, try to shoot for two. And she drains her first free throw. Maple now coming into the ball game for Ewing. Looks like they're going to try to maybe get Ewing a little bit of rest here until probably towards the end of the game, I suppose.
2:37 to go.
Jasper's now lined up for her second shot.
Chance to make it a two-possession game, and she does.
She does. So now it is 37-41 in favor of the Red Ravens. Two-possession ball game, but let's be honest, the crazier things have happened as they have a bad pass, and Jasper's going to get herself. Oh, my, she missed. She missed a very open layup there as Baker struggling to get across half court. She gets it into Fitz. Fitz is going to dribble it in, and they're going to get a foul. Oh, my, Jasper with just probably the easiest steal of her life. Managed just to roll it off the backboard and not get herself two. Conquistadors managed to get it across half court, get it into Fitz. Fitz then penetrated in and put a basket up and just drew the foul. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else that Conquistadors could do.
I say that was that pure, wide open layup for Jasper. And
that's rolling snake eyes about 3 times in a row as Fitz sinks her first one. Fitz sinks the second one. It is 39-41 Ravens right now. Conquistadors playing probably the best game we've ever seen, at least the best second half so far we've ever seen them play. As Red Ravens going to set it up from the top as McCray has it about at the point. McCray looks like she's going to dribble around to the far side. Doing a little bit of fancy move. She's going to feed it into Wooden. Wooden's going to take a dribble. And looks like she probably bounced it off of Dale there.
Straight up in the air, didn't it?
As the trend to go ahead and call fouls on everything has now stopped. Looks like Coach Lowell is going to be taking a timeout. We're going to take one with him. You are listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Kelly Hendricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
He once deep-fried a turkey with nothing but a Zippo and a pork rind. He put the wah in shooby-doo-wah. That's right. Mr. G's Liquor Store may not be the biggest in town, but it is the most entertaining for all your liquor, wine, and spirits needs. It's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in a very close game, 39-41 in favor of the Coffeyville Ravens, as Burke is going to inbound it in. Looks like she's had McCray wide open. She's going to end up getting it to Lee. Lee is going to do some fancy dribbling against Baker. Baker closely, Lee gets it over to, I wanted to say Jasper there.
Yep.
And Jasper just has one roll off the rim again and go out of bounds. It is now Conquistador basketball.
Yep. Little offense for defense substitution here as Ewing comes in for Maple. With 1:47 to go, Conks trail by 2.
Baker's going to give it over to Dale. Ewing's going to have it right at half court. Baker gets across half court. And you know what? I almost want to see her just go for it all there, but probably a better instinct just to pull it out and get something offensively set up. Ewing kind of roaming free down in the middle as Baker and Fitz kind of playing catch with one another. And a bounce pass that was rough. Ewing just going to launch it across the court. At least you're not going to give him a fast break at this point.
Yep. Conks there Baker tried to force one inside to Ewing, and it just kicked off her feet.
You know, that might be where the height disadvantage comes into play. You can't just launch one over the top of people's heads anymore. As, again, pretty close to a 5 count. Burke is going to penetrate in, give it over to Lee. Lee's going to catch Baker kind of flat-footed, gives it to Wooden. Wooden's going to penetrate in, puts a shot up, and it just, whoa.
Ooh, I thought that
bounced off the rim, and there's both two players, both a Conquistador and a Raven, both reaching for it. They're going to say it's going to be Raven ball.
I thought maybe they were going to give that one to the Conks.
1 minute and 9 seconds, and I want to say the Ravens are going to call a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick one with them. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against skinned knees and sibling supervillains that won't share. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
And we are back. We are here at the Conk Dome. Right, currently 39-41 in favor of the Ravens. Very close game. Conquistadors need a stop here in order for it to be competitive as Ewing, I think, pokes it back out, or they're going to give it to the Conquistadors. As Ewing with a great play on the inbound. The Ravens coach not happy about it as he looks like he just about threw the ball at the official's head. Ewing going to get the ball across half court.
Well, they have Dale underneath, but they didn't go to her.
Fitz going to get it across half court. Looks like Lowell's going to call himself a full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take another full timeout with Lowell here as he draws up a play. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Conch Dome. Conch still trailing 39-41 against the Coffeyville Ravens. I mean, so far, this is by far, win or loss, best second half of basketball. Probably the best game of basketball I've seen the Conquistadors play against a pretty good opponent.
So they didn't score much in the first half, but played good enough defense to stay in it. And now coming out here with 56 seconds, down 2 with 19 on the shot clock, the Conchs with a chance to tie it or take the lead.
As it looks like maybe a piece of shoe came off on the court.
Something's laying on the court.
All right, Fitz here to inbound it. Fitz might be looking for Burris. Never mind, gets it into Baker. Baker's going to bring it out to the point. Baker's going to send it back over to Fitz. Fitz looking to see what she can do. Sends it to Burris. Burris shot face, gets a penetration, gets it to Baker. Baker has an open three, and just a little bit too much. I
think they're going to get Coffeyville with a foul, and that's going to put Fitz on the line with a chance to tie it.
I think they got it on Tanksley right there. I think she might have been riding up on Fitz a little bit too closely, and they're going to get her with the foul.
Yep.
It's big.
4 on Wooden, and Fitz, 53% on the year. She's got 2 free throws to drop here tonight. It'd be great for 2 more.
Ooh. That was a nail biter as it bounced off the front of the rim, but had enough forward roll.
Offense for defense substitution. Dale back into the ballgame for Burris. As Coach Lowe giving instructions to Raleigh and Baker standing at midcourt. 41-40. Conchs, Fitz, chance to take the lead. Or take the lead, tie it.
Fitz dropping another one in the clutch situation. It is 41-41, ladies and gentlemen. McCrae's bringing the ball down, sends it over to Tanksley. Tanksley's going to be going up. Coach Lowell is absolutely growing crazy. The stands are now standing up. You have a very close ball game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tanksley is closely guarded by Baker. Baker over here on the near side. As we hear the rumbles from the stands. Tanksley going to send it in. She's going to get some penetration. Feeds it over to Jasper. Jasper with a bad shot. Baker brings the ball down. 15 seconds left.
They got Dale backside. Baker not going to take it, though.
Raleigh going to penetrate in, and they're going to send her to the line. 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to rely on some free throws, which Conquistadors statistically have not been the best at, as Lowell now wants the student section to calm down. You can't get people hyped up like that, Coach Lowell, and then want them to stop right away. As Raleigh's first. Oh,
Toilet
my,
bowl.
a heartbreaker as it rolls out.
Raleigh had kind of a tough shooting night here so far. 10 seconds to go. Free throw right now would be huge.
As she drains the second one, ladies and gentlemen, it's 42-41. Coffeyville's taking a timeout. We're going to take one with him here. We are too excited right now. We're going to take a timeout. 10 seconds left, so you are listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, getting quite a pile of trash in your backyard there.
Yep.
Thinking you maybe ought to do something about it?
Yep.
Would you like me to put you in contact with a locally owned and top quality rated trash removal service?
Yep.
Well, let me put you in contact with my boys at B&E Waste Systems. They're located right here in Dodge City. They take care of a commercial, residential, rural, and regular service routes or one-time pickups. Does that sound okay for you, Bill?
Yep.
Well, give them a call today, 620-225-6580.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A nail-biter so far here at the Conch Dome. 42-41 in favor of the Conquistadors.
Yep. And Lowell right now, looks like the lineup he's going to go with. He's going with all defense here in this one, going with Fitz, Ewing, Dale, Raleigh, and Baker. Baker playing a great third quarter in this one to get the Conchs back into it with 8 straight, trying to get his team into it. And Coffeyville gonna have the ball right on their sideline with 10 seconds to go. Conchs, you've got to play defense. Don't let anything cheap to the basket.
Make
and
it
just
a tough
lock
shot.
down.
Yep.
You got 10 seconds to win the game.
McCrae's set to inbound it here. Counts going. McCrae's looking. Sends it over to Tanksley. Tanksley still up by the half-court line. Pushes in. Gets it to Jasper. Jasper about at the elbow. From the Jasper gets it to Burke. Burke throws one up. It's off the backboard. Fitz brings it down. Fitz brings it down. Conquistadors win. 42-41. Coach Lowell is screaming. The student sections are amazing right now. Conquistadors take down the Coffeyville Red Ravens in a nail-biter, coming down to the last second, depending on the free throws, something the Conquistadors have
Free
not
throws
done
and defense
all year long. Conquistadors win. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with some final stats. We're going to be acknowledging some great players here. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last-minute meeting. Call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Hey, Bill, you're getting kind of a snaggletooth there.
Yep.
Do I need to put you in contact with a good dentist?
Nope, but I bet you're going to anyways.
You bet I am. Kelly Hendricks, the official dentist of the Sports Sound radio station, has been practicing family dentistry for over 30 years. You got a family, Bill?
Nope, not that I know of.
Well, give old Kelly a call today and set an appointment up for yourself at 620-225-6555. And they take care of the whole family, Bill, from infants to adults.
All right.
He learned Pig Latin from a pig.
Why may, hovercraft A, is way, off A, off way, eels way.
Which means my hovercraft is full of eels. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your beer, wine, and liquor needs, it's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic. So why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
B&E Waste of Dodge City wants you to check out the competitive rates before you sign another contract. You deserve a locally owned choice. B&E serves Ford, Meade, Hodgman, and Edwards County. They offer commercial, residential, regular service routes, or one-time pickups. So let's get that shed cleaned out. No more excuses. Call B&E Waste Systems in Dodge City. The address is 2301 Central Ave, and the phone is 225-6580. Let B&E Waste be your very own trash provider.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Conks pull off a thriller tonight. Knock off the now 10-10 Coffeyville Red Ravens. Conks moved to 7-12 on the year and 4-12 in the conference. It's the Joy Chiropractic post-game wrap-up show. Gonna hit some team numbers. Cole over there figuring up the individual numbers. Conks, just what else can you say? Great all-around game. First half, Dennett shoot the ball very well at all, 22% from the field, but they played good enough defense to stay in it, and then had a big third quarter all in part from Allie Baker, and they are able to walk away with this one 42-41. Hit some team numbers right quick. First for Coffeyville, come away with 12 steals, 6 blocks, 18 turnovers, 7 assists to go along. With 29 points, 19 defensively, 10 Offensive rebounds, they were 14 for 44 for the game, shot 31%, only shot 26% in the second half, only 11% from deep, 20% from three for the game, but shot 83% from the line. Tonight did the Red Ravens of Coffeyville. Now your Conquistadors. 5 steals to go along with 4 blocks, 20 turnovers, 11 assists, 37 rebounds, plus 8 rebounding for the Conks tonight. 21 defensively, 16 offensively. They were 15 of 49 for the game. That's only 30%, but the second half shot 41% from the floor, including 30% from deep and 75% from the line. Conks lose the points in the paint battle, 14-8. They did take the lead in points off turnovers, 18-13. Out second chance points, Coffeyville 15-10, and fast break points 4-2 advantage for Coffeyville. Conks bench didn't score any in the first half. They put up 8 in the second half. Largest lead, Coffeyville by 10 with 7:08 to go in the second quarter. Dodge, largest lead of the ballgame, was 3 with 4:28 to go. Cole, you want to hit some individual numbers, then we'll give it to Damon.
Oh, I was thinking we'd just go ahead and give it over to Damon.
Go ahead
now.
and give it to Damon.
Yep.
Damon, you ready for your post-game interview?
All right, so we'll take a break.
We'll take a 30-second break. We'll get it all set up. We'll be back.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Get some upbeat music here on the
What's up?
post-game wrap-up show. What's up? This here has been the interview I've been waiting to do for, let's say, a year and a half now.
I've been waiting to do one of these too.
Yeah, signature win so far in your career. I tell you what, start to finish, I thought the girls defensively played a nice game today. You could tell they were talking on the floor. And it wasn't the highest scoring game, but you know what? 10 points, you held Coffeyville, and you got one better, 42-41, Coach.
Well, I thought we did a very good job defensively. Our girls, took the scout Coach Hersey had for us and locked into it, and we executed that well, took away what they wanted to do. We made some adjustments at halftime. A little bit. They started posting up number one late in the second quarter, so we made sure to keep